executing the quantity takeoff and the volumes report, you notice that all the values here are 0. So they are basically no data in terms of your cut and fill. So let us get to troubleshoot the two major sources of this error. Number one is you may notice that when you are creating your sample lines, you created your sample line before creating your surface, corridor surfaces, and that could be one of the sources of the error. So that means some resources have not been sampled. So how do you make sure they have been sampled accurately? You just select any random sample line. In the contextual ribbon, you go to sample more resources. And in this case, you notice that all materials have been sampled. So if this was not the case, for example, you may notice that the materials that have not been sampled, that is what is available in the design, are always on the left side, right here, under available resources. And what has already been sampled is on the right hand side. So if you want to sample it, you select it on the left, then use the add button to be able to include it as part of the material that will be sampled in the quantity takeoff. And also these layers or surfaces will also be displayed in your cross sections. Now, we've noted that is not one of the source of errors in this design. So the second thing is we would simply go to the materials list. So in this case, we will go to analyze and then go to compute materials. This is the materials list that was here. And then we want to interrogate and check whether the surfaces were assigned correctly. When it comes to Civil 3D, it works, for example, the methodology that it uses in calculating our cut and fill is basically comparing the levels between two surfaces. So you'll have the existing ground, your datum, your finished ground, could be even your cut and fill, and such other, even when you're working in bulk earthwork kind of a setting. So in this case, if you examine keenly, when it comes to ground removed, we are only having existing ground. And even in the ground, in the fill layer, we are only having one surface. Therefore, the software cannot be able to compare and give you the cut and fill of the volumes because you're only having one surface. So you see someone that is missing the second surface. So how do you correct this? Sometimes it's very difficult for you to start adding it at this point. So let me show you how the right way is. First is you can delete the materials list entirely. So you just select the materials list and use the X button here to remove it. Now, after deleting the current materials list, we are going to apply and press OK. Now, the second step would be for us to go and examine the corridor surfaces, whether they were built correctly. So let's check that. To check how the corridor surfaces were built, we just select on the corridor. Once we select the corridor in the contextual ribbon, we can go directly to either corridor properties or corridor surfaces. In this case, I want to use corridor surfaces. And under corridor surfaces, for example, we will find we have two surfaces. So I'm going to expand them. The first thing is what is missing is the nomenclature. So how you name your surfaces is very, very important so that you minimize confusion. So for example, you can see this one is just 5 and 6. So even when you're calculating your cut and fill, this could be a source of error. So we are going to rename these and call it, we are going just to call it top. That is the finished grade levels. And we can see the overhang correction has been infected. Therefore, they have not added these as a break line. So I'm going to add it as a break line. The second one is a datum. Okay, is the bottommost layer. And then in this case also, I'm going to add it as a break line. So the overhang correction was done accurately. The second thing you want to check is boundaries, and we can see the boundaries are there. So we'll just apply and then press OK. After modifying and confirming that the corridor surfaces are accurate, now the next thing would be now to recalculate the cut and fill. So To do that, you go to the Analyze tab, and then Analyze, you go to Compute Materials, that is under Volumes and Materials panel. Compute Materials, you select the right alignment and the sample line. And in this case now, we can see the takeoff criteria is cut and fill. We can assign the existing ground, and you see now we are easily able to identify which corridor is the datum, or rather which surface is the datum. So once we do that, we press OK. You can see the software has already computed the volumes report. Now, to check whether this has been effected, we need to generate a report for that matter. So I'll do exactly. To generate the cut and fill report, we're going to the tool space under toolbox. Then after toolbox, we're going to reports manager, then corridor, and then straight to volumes report. Select volumes report, right click, and then execute. Once we execute the command, we're going to make sure that we've selected the right alignment. Remember, you could be having more than one alignment. We'll select the appropriate sample line and the materials list. And then we can see the station range. Please check and counter check that this one tallies up to the length of your section. Then under save reports, we want to save this as maybe a workbook, an Excel workbook. This is easier to work with. So I'm just going to call this trial 101 and then save. Once I do that, I will command it to create a report. So the software is going to process, and now you can see the issue has been fixed. We already have our volumes report, and the problem has been fixed. So if you end this challenge, I hope this is, helps you, of course, to become better and deliver with accuracy. So check out and follow me for more such quick videos.